Welcome everyone to the Core is Key free webinar. I'm your host, Jennifer Hutchison. You can follow me at Senebti on Twitter. And I'm here with my team at Blacks for Improved Health, and I want to welcome everyone to this free webinar, which will have wonderful information. I'm very excited because this is one of my first webinars that I've done in a long time. So I am back and I'm excited about doing webinars once again. So you're going to be having some great information, some new stuff that's going to be out. I'm really excited to share with you this information about core and being key for health and wellness. Now, here are a few housekeeping tips to make this webinar smooth and enjoyable. So please do the following. Go ahead and grab some water. So it's a perfect time to get some water, get yourself hydrated. You can sit here for an hour, listen to me, get all this wonderful information, but do something active like hydrating your body with some water. You will be encouraged to take some notes, so get a pen and paper to take notes. Also jot down your questions for the Q&A session, which I'll open at the end. And this is not a lecture. I really appreciate interaction. If you know me, I love that. And so I'll be sending out some simple polls for you to participate in. I hope you do. Now, some of you are just here for the free stuff, which is fine because you are in the right place. I'm going to be giving away a lot of free, valuable information, and you have to stay to the end, though, to get the information about your free gift, but it's as promised. Now, a little bit about me. I am your host, Jennifer Hutchison. I am a certified clinical master herbalist as well as a science nerd, basically. I have a bachelor's degree from Agnes Scott College in Atlanta, Georgia, and in biology. I have two master's degrees, one in biology from Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and also a master's in physiology, human physiology from the University of Arizona. Now, that was a PhD program that I was in for about 3 years, and I decided to finish with a master's degree. After that, I went and got my certification as a clinical master herbalist, as well as I'm also certified as a birth doula. I have a radio show that I do on the Newbiehood radio show or station. That's called the Herbal Intellect Show. We talk about herbs, talk about health. I'm also a Reiki practitioner in training. I'm the author of Healthy In, Healthy Out, which is a digestive wellness guide and an herbal remedies guide for digestive health. Now, people who know me know that I am a plant-eating, tea brewing, downward dogging, matcha mixing, green juicing, seed planting, knowledge dropping, crystal charging kind of sister. Okay, so that is me personally, and if you resonate with that, I would love to speak with you and talk with you, and you know, you probably will like what I have to say today. And I want to give a big shout out to Blacks for Improved Health and Nigel for putting this out in his Facebook group called Blacks for Improved Health. I want everybody to go there and join the Blacks for Improved Health Facebook group. Is an awesome group. Nigel is amazing. He's always sharing great information. Go to their website, Blacks for Improved Health, there, and sign up for their email list and all of that to support. And I love being part of this wonderful community to get ourselves back into doing things that are prosperous for ourselves, whether it be wealth, health, and mental aspects of our lives. Now, here's a little overview of the webinar. So first, what is core? We're going to talk about what it is, why it's so vital for our health. And we're also going to look at some ways to strengthen our core when it comes to detoxing, herbs, as well as mindset. Those are my main focus things. When I talk to my clients, I go through and we do a lengthy detox, we do focused herbs, and we do the mindset work and nutrition as well. We're going to leave out nutrition a little bit. I'm going to touch on it a little bit in the webinar, but mostly with this Core is Key webinar, it's going to introduce you a little bit more about detoxing, more about some herbal remedies, and I'm going to share with you some really great herbs. And we're going to talk about mindset and why mindset is so important right now. I'm sure you're hearing it everywhere, and that is no coincidence, okay? Because it's very important. And lastly, I'm going to give you some ways to take your health to the next level. Seriously, we've got to change, okay? We've got to change. I have gone from different stages. I didn't always used to be that picture you saw at the beginning, you know, I didn't always used to be that way. I never really worried or dealt with weight issues, but I dealt with other issues, and they all stem from the same thing. If you go to my website, you'll see where I talk about that. It's really stemming from not being clear with yourself, not being straight with yourself, not having that core energy that will really empower you to be better and do better and make better choices. And if you're not there, if you're not strengthening your core and strengthening yourself, then that's when you lead down roads that are unhealthy when it comes to your diet, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your relationships. So really taking that core understanding and focusing on that really can open your eyes and make every part of your life very easy. So we're going to look at that in detail and in general. So first poll for you, what is your biggest health struggle? I want to know, what is your biggest health struggle? I want to know, what are you dealing with? And let's pull up the poll here. So that is really interesting that you guys said that, because look, all of those health issues that were posted up there, any and all of them really can be dealt with, can be remedied via strengthening and focusing on your core. So what is core? And why is that so vital for your health? So the core is your center. Okay, you may already know this, but I'm just bringing it to you again to put it up into your mind so you can start to focus on it. Your center, your lower energy centers, your gut, your sex organs, and that which keeps you balanced. Look at me there. I'm standing up. I'm using my legs and the muscles within my legs, but there's no way if I didn't have if I didn't strengthen, or if I didn't pull energy from my core, I would not be able to do that stance. I would not be able to lift my arms. I would not be able to straighten my back. So core is so important on a physical level, but also very spiritual, metaphysical, and health-wise as well. Okay, and we're going to look at that a little bit. We're not going to touch on metaphysics, even though if you know me, we can go there if you have questions. Okay. All right, the core redefined. Now, no, it's not about having a six-pack abs, even though that's beautiful and it's awesome, amazing, and I'm getting there, and I hope other people are as well. But it's not about that. It is about building strength from deep within so that you can stand tall against the nonsense. Now, on my radio show, I talk a lot about nonsense stuff and how we can get away from that just by saying no. And a lot of times it's hard for us to say no because other people are doing it. It seems like the norm, you know, blah, blah, blah. But core strength will help you to stand tall. Say no to what doesn't serve you, okay? People think this is a mental thing. I'm redefining it as a core thing, okay? Because we'll talk a little bit about mindset and our lower chakras. In my free mindset course that I have on my website, I do talk a lot about that. And there's a whole section on the sacral chakra or the solar plexus, and how that chakra, actually that deep chakra within our gut, is what will keep us, or what would allow us to, you know, say no, go against the tide, be strong within our own what we know is right. And it will help you to nurture good feelings and create great habits. Okay, I am very big on making good habits. We have to have good habits because the habits that we have really are what drives us every day. You know, you have these rituals that you do in the morning. You have rituals that you do at night. With those, we get comfortable in a place. We get comfortable within our core, really. And so once you start to, and now your core is aligned, but if you have poor habits, your core is aligned off. Okay, it's not at a 90-degree angle, it may be at a 60-something degree angle. Okay, so you can align your core with better habits, and once you start shifting within your middle, then your entire body will line up, and you know, your mind, you have better thinking, you have better sleep, you have better sex. All these things start to line up properly for yourself, but it has to start in the core. Here's another poll. Yay! Not much talking from me. I want to hear from you. Are you interested in herbal remedies for healing? Are you interested in herbal remedies for healing? I want to know, are you, most people are interested, but do you really believe that they're going to work for you? Okay, so let's look at ways to strengthen your core. Ways to strengthen your core. Now, let's go to detoxing before we get into herbs, okay? Because detoxing is always first on everything. Mind, body, everything needs to be detox first before you put any herbs, put any medications, any mindset work. You must get that other stuff out of there, okay, to align. Let's look at detoxing. Why is detoxing necessary for core health? Why is detoxing necessary for core health? Well, the gut and the reproductive organs get the brunt of the toxins from the foods that we eat. Okay? Now, you may eat a very great diet. A lot of people that I talk to, I ask them, when I speak with a client, a potential client, I ask them, what does your health look right now? Where are you right now with your health? And most people say, I eat very well, or I eat very poor. But people talk about their food and what they eat first, because that is, why is that important? It's because that's what you're taking in, and it makes a change within your body. It is your energy. It is your ability to function. You have to have that energy source, and so the food that we take in is so vital and so important. There's no way that we can talk about health without talking about our energy or the food that we eat. So if you're taking in food that's low vibrational, that is dead, that is has lots of toxins, has lots of parasites, and your reproductive organs and your gut are going to take up all of that. Because it goes there, and it has to be processed there. And a form of process is a form of breaking down, but it's stored there as well. So all of the toxins get stored there. So that's the physical part. What about the metaphysical part? Emotions as well. Emotions of worry, guilt, regret, these things that we hold on to too much get stuck right in our reproductive and gut and digestive organs. They get stuck there. I wrote a book called Healthy In, Healthy Out, and I talk about that and how we have the feeling of disgust. This word disgust. The word, I love to break down words. Disgust, okay, the gust part actually means taste. So there's a connection between emotion of disgust and taste, and how we are connecting always with something that we eat. The energy that we're putting into our bodies is coming from all different areas, and it's such a big link there between our emotions, our thoughts, the food that we eat. Everything that supplies some type of energy source to our bodies is really what's pushing everything. And so when you can start to narrow everything down to getting really high vibrational with your food, and I know that sounds so like la la la, but seriously, we can definitely do that, and I know how to do that, and I work with people on how to do that, and it can be done. Okay, so detoxing is a great way to narrow everything down, clean out what's there already, the toxins that have built up, and narrow down what you want to put in so that it can be very supportive and nurturing to you. One of the best things to do is to detox regularly. Yes, your body also detoxes itself, cleanses itself naturally. However, just think of your health now, okay? Right now, just take a few minutes and think about your health. Now, would you consider your health ideal? How's your diet? How's your sleep? How's your emotions? Do you live in a busy metropolitan area? Do you smoke? Okay, so these are things that call for detoxing. They call for detoxing because your body is already detoxing naturally. If we lived in a very, a very euphoric life where everything was clean, or at least clean in comparison to our own bodies, right? In the same cleanliness as our own bodies with that. But no, everything outside in our environment is much more dirty than our environment. And so we're taking in a lot more. It's a process of osmosis, okay, or diffusion basically, because we are cleansing, and there's so much dirt out within our bodies, and so more of that's coming in. Okay, so it's a big cycle until you just get clogged, and that's when the health problems come about. So what is your diet like? These are things. What is your energy level like? These are reasons why you would want to detox. Why not assist your body in the natural cleansing process? There's no reason why you shouldn't do that. Let me show you something that I think is very interesting. Now, this is me in the lab. I want to show you what your body's like when you're drinking milk. And this is litmus milk. And I'll explain what that means when we finish here. Basically, I am putting about 10 milliliters of litmus milk in these test tubes here. I have 2 different test tubes. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of water to one of the test tubes. And I'm going to add a little bit of pancreatin enzyme. So this is an enzyme that breaks down proteins and lipids also. Lipids, so protein and fat. So one tube has water, the other tube has an enzyme in it to break down some proteins and fat. And so then I waited about temperature, so on body temperature, 45-minute incubation there. So then came back and I'm going to show you the results here and what this looks like. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. The one on the left, the dark purple, acidic. On the right, non-acidic, okay? And so what's happened here, I showed how milk is broken down in your body. Naturally, we have these pancreatin enzymes. We have enzymes to break down proteins in our body, and we have enzymes to break down lipids within our bodies. And so I just showed you when we break down milk in your body, it becomes acidic. It becomes acidic. You saw it right there. The litmus milk is actually, litmus means that it's a identifier of pH. So it tests pH. It's an indicator for pH. When it turns dark purple like that, that means the pH is more acidic. Okay? If it should be more like a reddish purple. If it turns very dark blue, like cobalt blue, then that means it's more alkaline. So that reddish color means that there's acid being produced from that milk. So I just want to throw that out there and show you this really amazing experiment that shows exactly how detoxing is really important. If you're taking in milk and dairy, you want to cleanse your system out from that. It causes very acidic environment, and an acidic environment leads to cancer cells being able to grow. Cancer cells like more acidic environments than they do alkaline. Now, if you want to talk more about that with me, I would love to. But let's move on to the next poll. Are you interested in herbal remedies? So, here are the herbal remedies. Introducing the core is key signature herb, nettle leaf. Nettle leaf is my favorite herb. If you've been on my old webinars, I always talk about nettle and alfalfa. And nettle and alfalfa are such amazing herbs. I love high nutritious food, superfoods, and super herbs, basically. So what is so great about nettle? Basically for the gut. These are the awesome characteristics and benefits of nettle for the gut. It's powerfully nutritious. It's a superstar herbal supplement. Breaks down fat even. It treats other manifestations of poor digestion. So we know that with poor digestion, it can manifest into many different things, okay? Because we are taking in energy through our digestive system. And so if that system is not up to par, not key, we cannot distribute that energy and those nutrients to other parts of our body. So our brain is suffering, our heart suffers, our reproductive system suffers, our skin suffers, we start to look a lot older, our nails get very brittle, and our breath starts to stink really bad, and so all these things manifest. We even have eczema, other issues that come from poor digestion. So nettle really helps to make sure that your allergies are cleared up, things like that that stem from poor digestion. Restorative to the core organs, the stomach, liver, and kidneys are especially great for the stomach, liver, and kidneys. And so, who doesn't want less stomach, less irritated stomach, a liver that can process all of the toxins that we're putting into our body, especially medications? Who doesn't want to have no more urinary tract infections and things like that? So nettle is amazing for that. Now let's look at these sex organs for nettle and the reproductive system, because it's both. It's beautiful. It reduces the prostate size, okay, for men. Promotes healthy menstrual bleeding. It shortens the time of menstrual cycles. People always ask me about that, about how long should your menstrual cycle be? Well, technically, it should only be a few days, maybe 2. Okay, a lot of people go 7, 8, 10 days with their menstrual cycle, and that's a really chronic issue there. And so nettle can help to shorten that time. It tones the reproductive organs, meaning that, like the uterus, there's lots of bleeding, lots of mucus, lots of inflammation there. It can kind of drain a lot of that out. Dr. Senebti talks about mucus and how that is the number one thing that causes almost all disease or dis-ease. And nettle is one of the best herbs to help to pull out a lot of mucus, especially around the reproductive organs. And it reduces premenstrual syndrome, or PMS. People deal with that all the time, I know. And one of the top herbs for women is second to red raspberry. Seriously, red raspberry, I would say number 1 for women, but number 2, I would say nettle. Number 3, Vitex, or revealing the love potion recipe. Now, I promise, especially to my Intro to Herbalism students, that I will reveal this love potion recipe for everyone to see, and here it comes. Drum roll. Ashwagandha, saw palmetto, and red raspberry, and eleuthero. That is my love potion recipe. Now, why is this the love potion recipe? So what is so special about these herbs? First, we got saw palmetto and red raspberry, okay? Saw palmetto increases libido. Great, great, great. Is building to the urogenital organs and to their hormones that are there. Okay, the hormones there, and we'll talk a little bit about this in a second when we get to eleuthero. But really important for the urogenital system to be in balance with hormones, especially with your adrenal glands and your sex hormones. So saw palmetto is awesome for that, for both men and women. It's not just a men's herb, okay? Red raspberry, no-brainer there, okay? It's a womb superstar. It's nutritive and toning, similar to nettle, with the toning of the womb. Now, ashwagandha is an aphrodisiac. It also has this warm, spicy, energetic characteristic to it. And, of course, it is an amazing adaptogenic herb. It helps you focus and it helps you have a better mood. And so, who doesn't want a better mood when you're near to lovemaking? Eleuthero, stress management superstar. Eleuthero is my go-to herb for stress management. People that deal with stress, anxiety, lack of sleep, things like that. Eleuthero is amazing. It's one of the tonifying herbs too, adaptogenic herb as well. It also increases the absorption and retention of nutrients. Now, eleuthero and saw palmetto are very interesting when they come together, and ashwagandha too. But they're very interesting when they come together because of the hormone regulation. So with women, it's really important to have a very balanced system when it comes to estrogens and progesterone, okay? But estrogen and progesterone kind of do a little balancing act. So you know, a lot of times we're getting a lot more estrogen in our environment than we should. And so that pushes the progesterone levels down a little bit. And so I'm just off balance. So these herbs come together and they're really great to produce they're non-progesterone binding herbs, okay? And so that means that progesterone can be produced. Now, progesterone comes from cortisol, okay? So if you have too much stress in your life, the cortisol levels are going to rise, progesterone levels are going to go down. And progesterone is there for you to have better mood, have less headaches when you have your menstrual cycle. To it's a building, so it's a progestation. Pro meaning good, go forth, and gestation means basically having a baby, having a child, right? So it's very nurturing type hormone, and so we want to have more of that versus the estrogen, which is the opposite of that. Okay, so these herbs really help to make that balance key. Now let's get to mindset. Now, I know everybody's talking about mindset. All right, mindset Monday, whatever. Mindset is key, okay? This is not a fad. It should not be. It's something that is really important. And when you start to live in your power and doing what you want to do with your life, in all aspects of your mindset will change. So why is mindset so important? If you don't believe in your transformation journey, it is very unlikely to happen. Key. Point blank, done. Okay? If you don't believe what you're doing is working, if you don't believe what you're doing is important, if you don't believe that you're worthy of the change, then nothing's really going to happen for you. You're just going to kind of be like, So that's mindset right there. You got to start changing your mind. Herbs will work more effectively if you're receptive to the thought of using them for healing. Okay? Herbs are just so subtle sometimes. If you're taking a lot of laxatives and very spicy stuff, cayenne, things like that, yeah, you're going to see a huge change right away, immediate. But most of the herbs, like with my clients, we do a detox, and we do a focus section, and then we also do a tonifying section of balancing herbs. And these herbs in the last stage are just to maintain things that you've put into place. A lot of those herbs don't really show themselves physically, until after 6 months of use. So a lot of herbs are very subtle, and so if you believe that they're working, if you're taking them regularly, they're going to have amazing results for you. Many people are missing the mindset part. They have a hard time reflecting about what's going on with themselves, analyzing their internal self, and where change needs to happen. And so you start to doing mindset things like meditations, visualizations, affirmations. Those 3 things basically are what I do with my clients for one. But if you start doing that on your own, you'll see stuff come to you, and you'll just see such smaller things in life, and you'll stop worrying, you'll stop being upset. I went through a whole stage where I was very angry. I was an angry person, angry all the time, and I wouldn't have been able to get out of that if I didn't start working on my mindset. If I didn't start looking, okay, what is wrong with me right this second? And really shifting all of that. And of course, the herbs and the diet and relationships and stuff like that helped, but you have to start thinking to yourself as well. When you're at home by yourself, on the toilet, this is what I say to a lot of my clients. When you're on the toilet by yourself, nobody else is around, you're doing something very private, right? Using the bathroom. How do you feel about yourself? Are you happy? Start thinking about that. You cannot, in this day and age, you can definitely not just work out anymore, really, and eat okay. People love to say that I eat okay, I have an okay diet. If you want to go take your health to the next level, if you want to be free from disease, if you want to stop having colds, if you want to, have a clearer mind and sleep 8 hours a night without waking up, which is what I do, you have to work on the mindset aspect of it, okay? You can't just do that and expect results that will last. We are bombarded with too much negativity and low vibrational energy, just too much. With TV, with media, with people, with toxins in our food and microwaves and all these different things, where if we're not really protecting ourselves, protecting our body, protecting our mind, doing ourselves a favor, to learn how to do this, then we're going to be susceptible to it, and we're going to continue to complain about the state that we're in now. Now, with all this stuff said, do you want one-on-one help? Do you want one-on-one help? People are scared to reach out, are scared to say, I need help. Why? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need an accountability person, if you need that, if you know that you need that, or if you need help getting to the point that you know that you need that, then ask for help. I'm here, okay? There's plenty of people out in the world who are doing things the way that you probably want them to be done. And so ask for the help. I'm going to send out this poll here and see what do you. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the way, okay? Now, here's how to take your health to the next level so that you can get the knowledge, the tools, and the results you deserve. Now, I talk with people, and one of the biggest things I hear across the board is that I want the knowledge. I don't know how to eat. I don't know what to eat. I don't know when to eat. I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to clear my mind. I don't know how to deep breathe. Knowledge. Knowledge, that's knowledge. And once you have that, the tool, you just open up to everything. You can do anything. Your mind and your spirit is just lifted. What you can do is join my Core is Key monthly coaching program, okay? Core is Key monthly coaching program. Let me tell you a little bit about this program that I'm offering. What is the program not? Okay? No nonsense, because I don't put up with that. No fluff, because I'm not, I like a little bit of fluff, but if you're suffering, we don't have time for fluff. It's not a challenge, okay? It's not something that you do for 2 weeks. It's not something that you do for 21 days. It's not a fast. It's not a diet. It's not a one-time thing. This is a monthly program that you can join and continue to grow and transform out of the state that you're in, or the things that you want to change out of. That means this is not for people who don't want to put in work, who don't want to talk, who don't want to open up, who don't want to show what they are, what they're doing and how they can change it and be open to change. This is not for people who don't want to put in the work for the lasting health transformation and that leads to generational wellness, meaning that you changing yourself, you're doing the work, and your children see you do that, or your nephew sees you do that, and they take on those same new habits, and they ask you questions, and you're able to tell them. You have the knowledge now. That's what this program is. It's a core-focused healing and support program for those who want to finally stop suffering from weight around their bellies, okay, hormone imbalances, headaches, fatigue, menstrual problems, anxiety, emotional eating. Okay, those are the big things that people talk about: heart disease and obesity and diabetes and Alzheimer's or dementia and all these big things. Yes, but those are usually, it's getting kind of worse now with younger people, but those are usually older issues, right? Okay, but all of these things start when you're in your 20s, maybe even your teens. You have menstrual problems, and so being able to catch everything while you're still young, even if you are older listening to this now, you can still catch these things and stop them from becoming a issue of dementia later on or stroke later on. So these are the key things that we need to be focusing on. Maybe you also just want to know what I do or about wellness to maintain your health and form habits that can be passed down for generations. If you are in a place where I'm feeling okay, but I don't want to slip down the wrong road, I don't want to deal with this or that later on, I want to put in habits now. This is what that's for. So what does it look like? It's monthly group coaching, okay? I'll be your mentor. Accountability every day off the top. Group support system. You share and contribute. That equals growth. It equals growth and equals high vibrational growth. So not just something where, okay, I'm gonna search online, I'm gonna look on Facebook, I'm gonna post this, I'm going to share this, maybe somebody will click on it and read it, probably not, okay, I'm done. No, you're gonna open up, you're gonna share, you're gonna contribute, and that is real high vibrational growth. Self-love workbook. These are some things that the program I put together already, and we're going to put together more and more as we go through the months. Meditation mantras, mind detoxing, my weekly food plans. I have come up with a new way to eat, basically. I was talking with a friend a few days ago, and I was saying that now my diet is basically all of my food, and this doesn't have to be your thing, but I'm just going to present some different ideas to you in the program. My food now has become basically pulverized food. So everything that I make now is through my food processor. And I posted something on Facebook about how I love my food processor. Well, I've taken it to the next level and put basically that's all I eat is food processed food, and it really is helping my digestion. I just feel so much lighter and so much more energized, and I feel like the nutrients are just like radiating through my body. Learn what I do to stay looking 10 years younger than I really am. People think that I am in high school. Okay, I'm not. You saw my education there. I'm 32 years old, or I'll be 32 in the next week here. 32 years old. I look 22 because I really work on myself. And I started very early working on myself. Over the last, I would say, 8 years or so, I started to work on myself. I started to look at my food and my diet and really started to shift out of so much junk and really take away. I went through a whole natural hair thing in 2009 to probably 2012 or so, and I was using all these products, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with all that. I'm cutting my hair off. I'm gonna grow my locks, but then I just cut them off. I only use coconut oil. I use coconut oil from head to toe. I use it in my mouth for oil pulling. I use it in my hair. I use it on my skin. I don't use anything else. I don't buy anything else. Coconut oil is it. And these things you can start to focus and really center and get these high vibrational tools that you can use to simplify your life as well. So here's some details about the course. $37 a month. Okay, $37 a month. Official start date is July 11th. For one, we're moving. And two, I want to give you some initial work to do to get prepared for when we go really deep in, okay? When we start with the program, okay? So you have a few weeks of, if you sign up for it today, you have a few weeks to work through some of the initial simple things, and then we'll get into the real key stuff. Great free bonus for people who sign up today. You have to sign up today to get the free bonus, which is 1 month supply of my signature core key herb nettle leaf tincture. You can get it in the tincture form or in, I'll be making the tincture form for everybody. That's more convenient. But 1 month supply of their signature herb nettle leaf tincture if you sign up for today. Now you can go to bit.ly/core is key to me, okay? bit.ly/core is key and the number 2 me, okay? For people who are just listening, they can type in bit.ly/core is key, all one word, number 2 me, okay? Core is key to me, and go there, sign up today, $37, get your month, join the group, get some of the worksheets and work done, and introduce yourself, and let us get going with this. Let's start this, okay? So I'm offering this program as one-on-one with me. We'll have also a private Facebook group. We'll have emails going back and forth, and it will be an amazing start to your transformation. So dare to be different. Don't be like everybody else. In my mindset, my free mindset course, I say, go against the grain. When people are doing, in the airport is a perfect example. I think this is a train station, but at an airport is a perfect example. Everybody is on their phone, on their tablet or whatever, getting some type of pizza or getting some type of really, meaty sandwich. And I look around and I'm like, I feel so different. I feel so out of place. But I love it because I know that stuff is going to put less years on that person's life. I don't want that. I want the opportunity to be able to travel. I want the opportunity to be able to see my great-great-great-grandchildren. I want the opportunity where, my life is open and broad and I can see and I can walk on my own. I don't have to, have assistance. I can be strong within myself. And that's empowering. And it takes time to get to that point. And that's what the group coaching is all about as well. So be different, try something new. And get these tools that you can use for yourself to really stand tall within yourself, and work through your mindset and your pitfalls if you have any. Just because everyone else is down and out does not mean you have to be. Just because people are talking about their health issues, their medical bills, their pills that they're taking every day, does not mean you have to. Does not mean that you have to at all. You can say, well, why don't you try, changing your diet? That's what I did. Why don't you try, try some group coaching? That's what I did. That worked for me. And that triggers something in them, but it really triggers a lot in you. It triggers your core just vibrating at that point, because you know within yourself that I have a different option and I've taken it. I have a different road and I've taken it. It may have had some bumps on it, but I got to the other end without almost dying. That's for real. So let's open the Q&A time. So if you have any questions for me, let's open up the chat questions right now, and I'm gonna open up all the lines. So just go for it. I'm not gonna, if you can raise your hand, I think in here, and I'll click on you. But just any questions that you have, I will be happy to answer. If you're interested in joining the program, which I really do hope that you are, for the $37 introductory price, because it's gonna go up after July 11th, okay? So this is a early bird price, as well as an early bird gift that you get from me by joining the Core is Key program. So it's bit.ly/core is key to me. So Q&A time is open. Well, let's now talk about that giveaway. Just to say thanks. So for the giveaway, you're going to get a 10-minute audio meditation recording from me to ignite the lower chakras, okay? Just check your email. So I set the email to come out about 2 hours after we finish the webinar tonight. So click your email, check it, and you'll see the link there for you to just automatically download it, okay? Just automatically, once you click that link, you can listen to it then and download it. It's a great bija mantra meditation for you, 10 minutes long, so you can really have a nice meditation time and repeat it if you need to. And I want to say thank you so much to everyone for joining me tonight. Go to bit.ly.com/core is key to me to sign up for the program. I'm taking open enrollment right now. Remember, you get your free Nettle leaf and you get that introductory price of $37 to get in, lock it in, and join me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.